Well, hello, Hollister. How are you doing?
I have a question.
A question about what?
Well, last night my mom was reading me a Bible story before I went to bed.
Well, that's nice.
And it was about Daniel and how he had to spend the night with the lions.
Oh, that's a pretty exciting story, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous, isn't it?
Well, it's very dangerous. In fact, everybody thought that the lions were going to kill Daniel.
Well, why did Daniel have to spend the night with the lions then?
Well, that's because the king made him go in with the lions.
Why did he do that?
Well, Hollister, it's important for you to understand that all through history, there have been very, very powerful people who didn't like it when Christians would pray to God and worship God and serve God.
Really?
Yeah, well, not just Daniel. Daniel wasn't the only one who was thrown to the lions. In fact, in the early Christian church, there were lots of Christians who were thrown to the lions.
Really? But God always sent an angel to protect them, just like he did with Daniel, right?
No, not always.
Really?
Not always. Sometimes God wanted his people to be with him in heaven, so he let them die.
That sounds bad.
You know, there are still people today who want to try to stop people from praying to Jesus and trusting in God.
Does that mean something like that could happen to me?
Well, I suppose it could.
Maybe I shouldn't pray to Jesus anymore.
Oh, Hollister, you need to remember why it is that Daniel kept praying and why Christians have continued to worship God, even though sometimes people try to stop them.
Why?
Well, first let's start with this. Do you like living here in this world?
I like my life.
You do?
Yeah, I like my mom and my dad and my sister Carmen and my dog Boomer.
You do?
Yeah, and I love pizza.
Well, do you know what? As good as all those things are, Jesus says that heaven is even better.
It is?
That's right. Jesus says that when we get to heaven, we will be with God. We'll be able to celebrate with God. There'll be a great feast and worship, and we'll have a place of our own. And all of those things will be ours because Jesus died for us. And he rose again. And we will rise too. And that's why we don't have to be afraid, just because sometimes people want to stop us from worshiping God.
Do you know what?
What?
My grandpa Donald is in heaven.
I know he is. And you know what? Someday you'll be able to see him.
I can't wait.
How about we say a prayer, okay, Hollister?
Okay.
Dear God, give us courage to stand up for our faith and not to be afraid. Amen.